This is an Explorer line train to Area X, calling at Emerald Gate, the Expo Center, City Airport, and Aldos. The City Line and Millennium Line services change at the Expo Center.
And welcome to Cottlandby Minecraft City Population 1. This is episode number 15, and we continue our tour of the city and also a build update today from Gravel Valley. Yes, Gravel Valley, which is looking super duper. It's coming along real nicely. Before we do that though, we're just stopping at this station. We're going to get off here and we're going to have a brief tour of the Cottlandby Regional Telecommunications Mast. And we're in the middle of nowhere. I have to admit, there's a map available now, a tube map. It's in the description. This station isn't on it. I forgot about this station, which stops outside this hotel and at the telecommunications mast. I don't know why I forgot this station, but obviously there's going to be a version 2 of the map with this station on it. Also, this station is quite far out the city limits. We are right on the outside here as we follow this little path out towards the mast. This mast does great things. It lets us all watch television, it lets us all use mobile phones, it lets us all use our satellite navigation for our horses and our other things, walking around, whatever. This is what it's here for. It's high, it's tall, it projects for miles around. Yes, bit of a guilty secret there. There is Cottlandby International Airport, which for a game that doesn't have planes in, is actually quite bad. I just wanted to build an airport, so I did. We'll have a look around that at some point. It's really big. Took me ages, but it's a little bit of a black sheep because I've disowned it because we don't have planes. I've stuck to trains, walking, horses, and now boats. Inside this mast, there's no stairs. It's all the ladders, and you get these all over the place. The one that serves me is called Belmont, and they're really tall masts and they just carry signals for TV, radio, and in this case mobile phones as well. Now, we're going to go to the top. We're going to have a look at the view of all of Cottlandby. However, this section of the mast here gets quite dark. And there's a reason why it gets quite dark. There are no lights in this section, and there cannot be any lights in this section. This section cannot be lit. For when this mast was built, terrible things happened to a couple of the people who were building it. There was one person in particular called, let's call him Villager Vinny, and Villager Vinny was at the top of the mast one day, and he was working on the mast, and he was at the top and he really needed a wee, and he dashed down for a wee, but halfway down he wet his pants in front of all the other workers, all the other villagers, and they teased him so much that he has forever haunted this section of the mast, and you may see him as we move around here. There was another worker who got to the top, this villager, and he was so scared of looking down that he could never get back down again, and he never did come back down again. And they say he haunts this section as well. So this is a haunted mast. You know, you got to be careful, and that's why there can't be any lighting in that section, because we can't put any lights in because they don't work, because it's haunted. Anyway, here we are at the top, and as you can see, these panes here are the transmitters. They transmit signals all over. Got to be careful here because it's a long way down. My feet do turn to jelly a little bit when I'm up here, which is a bit silly. Up at the very top, if I can make it up to the very top. Here we are. Brilliant. Look at the view. I mean, there isn't much of a view, is there? But we're very high up. This is the build limit, I believe. At the time, it was the build limit. I don't know if it still is. Might be able to go taller now. What's the 256, I think? Something like that. Nice view there down to the airport. And you can see the curvature of the Minecraft world. All very nice. Let's see how close we can get to the edge, shall we? Because get a better view. Get a better view. Got to ease up to the edge very slowly. I don't want to fall off. I'll keep edging. We'll come back to me edging a little later on. Also this week, I've been dynamiting holes for boatways. Yes, the boatway that is currently coming out of Gravel Valley is going to extend down here under this mountain, and it's going to come out. And it's going to come out near the Parliament building and also that big indoor kind of town. Now, I've realised that because the boatway has to be on one level, there can't be inclines. I'm going to have several at different levels, so there is going to be another one there as well. The big purple pyramid, it really has turned into a big purple pyramid, and I've decided what it's going to be. It's going to be a casino. Yeah, and it's going to be the Cottlandby casino, and it's going to be in a big purple glass pyramid. I'm going to use loads of gold, loads of emerald on that one, and also I've been dynamiting quite deep here so that this will actually go underground as well, and the orbital tube line is going to go straight underneath this as well. So as you can see, it's looking quite nice. This is going to, chip away at this. It'll be done before you know it though. Over at the red building, the red block building, remember there's going to be a red one, a green one and a blue one. They're all going to be identical. I've also been TNTing a hole ready for the tube station that will go in here as well. This is also going to be the orbital line. It'll come in here, turn around and go past the casino, back out again, and it'll carry on up to New Forest, and then it'll go back round the mole and over to the coast, which is quite nice. Right, are we getting on with that edge into the edge? Closer? I can get closer than that. Over at Gravel Valley is looking better than it did. Remember, this was just a hole in the ground originally. It wasn't even the hole in the ground, was it? It was just a load of uneven earth. I made the hole in the ground with lots of TNT. And then we've built in the underground lines, which are there, and they're done. They just need the actual rail putting down. And we've also built the boatways, which are looking good. The boatways are finished, pretty much. You can boat into here. Just needs the wood mooring station doing. Let's do a little bit of building though. Let's see where we are with this building. This is going to be the White House, I've decided to call it. It's going to be a massive white skyscraper, and it's going to have white glass, it's going to have white pillars. That's a white concrete block I'm building with at the moment. And we're going to, call it the White House. It's going to be really nice. I'm going to do something at the top of this which is a little bit special, but I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. It's going to kind of be a stepped construction, so it's going to get thinner as it gets to the top, and it's going to be 3 wedges. There you go. Height limit is 256 blocks, and we are at that limit. So let's go back down and finish that. Obviously this building also goes underground as well, down to the concourse level where the underground stations are, and also a couple of levels up it intersects with the horseway. You see those triangles with diamonds rather down on the bottom. The horseway system is underneath there, so it's all underground out the way. There's going to be another building in front of it, another building, well, 2 more buildings behind it, a large building to the side, and then kind of near the glass building at the top of the screen now there's going to be, well, I'm not sure what's going to go there yet. It's going to be another building. This project's come along really nicely. I'm very, very happy with how it's going. A bit of cloud there. I'm not sure what the pattern's going to be on the way up. I think it's going to be pretty simple, just really boring blocks to be fair. And inside I'm not going to do much to it. I'm going to put the stairs in, and I might separate up the apartments, but I might just leave it open plan for the future. So we're using this lovely andesite, polished andesite here. This is going to be a floor. The floors are going to be 4 blocks high. So 4 blocks high. Usually I've done 3 blocks high, but I'm going to keep these 4 blocks high, just so I can put some more features inside if I ever do come to finish them off. Right, let's speed this up a bit because this is boring. Measuring them out and making sure that they're all the right height is very important, because you get to the top and you've done it wrong, it's a lot of faffing around putting it right. There we are. Oh, this is wonderful. Do I have nothing better to do? No, I don't. I should do, really, but I don't. Obviously, this is as tall as the previous tallest building in Cottlandby, which is the one you see in the background there. Am I getting any closer to the edge? Maybe a little bit closer. I think I can get closer. Come on. Don't fall off. And those clouds are moving, aren't they? Quite fast as well. Must be quite windy. I haven't had any snow for a while, which is really nice because we had a lot of snow before. Too much snow in my opinion, and that made the place quite difficult to work in. Not fill floors in, let's get the basic structure of the building built out of this white concrete first. Yeah, I do like white concrete. I like all the concrete blocks, to be fair. I think they're really smooth. The black one's a little hard to work with because you struggle to see where the blocks actually are. They kind of just blend into one, which is a little bit annoying. So there's the first kind of step. Could call this the step building, couldn't we? But I like the White House better. Or should I build an actual White House and call this the step building? Nice grand old house, maybe. Let's do the top. Okay, provisionally step building or White House. Haven't decided yet. Might do a poll to decide. But at the moment, working title: White Tower. Could be the White Tower, couldn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's pretty waterfalls down there at the bottom. That nice little glass building there. It's going to be dwarfed by all this huge construction. Yeah. 4 floors. Not sure. Oh, and there's another building as well that's going to be pink per building, which is going to be kind of down at the side, in between the glass building and this one. So there we are. There is the next kind of wedge layer for this. So you can see how it steps up. 1, 2, 3, and then that section there is going to be thin. So that final section is just going to be apartments all the way to the top. 1 apartment per floor. Obviously, the higher you go, the more expensive your apartment is. Penthouse, who knows how much that's going to cost. But nice, eh? It'll look good when all the skyscrapers are up. You'll be able to come here and look at all the big buildings, and then we'll get started on the next one. The stadium, of course, is going to go beyond this. Good week, good building this week. So let's go back to the mast. See how long it takes to get to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splats. Lucky that I'm in creative, because that would have probably been splat and die. Next time on Cottlandby, Minecraft City, population 1. We are going for a little trip and a little swim. We're going to check out the Cottlandby Municipal Swim Baths. That's right, no peeing in this pool please. This is an Olympic-sized pool for the people of Cottlandby, and by people I mean me. Also has an outdoor section. Right now there's some pigs in there. That's not hygienic, you need to sort that out. But the swimming baths look quite boring from the outside, they're lovely inside. Then, oh look, there's trees. We're back at Gravel Valley to see how this huge building is coming on. And as you can see, most of the floors are now taking shape. The stairwell is in, and the white tower, white house, table building, chair building, step building, whatever we call it, is taking shape. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, like the video, and thanks for watching. See you next time.